And from our studios in Newcastle tonight, Davender Ghai is joining us. Mr. Davender Ghai, first of all, congratulations on this very big legal victory. And all of India is watching you tonight. All of India is watching you tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Ghai, can you tell us what made you go in for this legal battle? What did you really want to do?
Well, see, my father always wanted an open funeral pyre when he died. That was in 1979. Because we couldn't send the body to India. We couldn't afford it. So, when he died, I was very, very upset. Okay. Then I found out that in 1932, the Princess of Nepal was given open funeral pyre in London. So I thought, well, we start. So, and unfortunately, we found a body, and the mother wanted me to give the open funeral pyre to that boy. Because the body was lying there for 6 months, and the mother traveled all the way from Kartarpur, and she asked me. So when I approached the city council for a place in the crematorium, I was told, no, it's unlawful and illegal. So what I did was, I did that in the field. I gave him the open funeral pyre in the field. And they weren't very happy with it, and they said it's unlawful, illegal. So I thought, well, let's go to the court and clarify it. And at the High Court, agreed with the city council that what I'm doing was illegal and unlawful. So we approached the appeal court, where there were 3 top Lord judges. And what they said was, the definition of the building could be various. A building can have 2 things at a time, like a beauty salon and a restaurant. So the judges asked me what I would be happy with. I said, well, as long as there are 4 pillars and a roof over it, and instead of a gas flame, my son lights my fire with a wooden flame, and I collect my ashes on the same day, I would be happy.
Mr. Ghai,
yeah.
Mr. Ghai, did you fight this legal case for yourself or for the Hindu community, Hindu and Sikh community in the United Kingdom?
No, I tell you. See, I'm a pensioner. I'm a disabled man. I run a charity, see? And now what I did was, I was collecting the money for my charity, but I fought it for all the Hindus, Sikhs, and not but anybody who wants an open funeral pyre. See? And what was it? I had some opposition for some Sikh extremist groups, and some from the self-appointed Hindu leaders also, that, well, we don't want it here. So I thought, well, I should go for myself, that I want it. Because I've been here for 54 years, and I paid all my taxes. So, okay, if I get it, they all get it.
Mr. Ghai, when you went in for this fight, because I find this an extremely unusual kind of legal case, did people tell you? Were there people there who said, Mr. Davender Ghai, you are in the United Kingdom. Don't try and change the laws of the United Kingdom, because you cannot do what you do in India in the United Kingdom. What I mean is, were you not being provocative to some people in the local community? Did they not attack you?
Oh, no. See, the thing is, I was threatened. See, my charity, if you go on the website, and I'm the founding president of Anglo Asian Friendship Society, and which is one of the largest interfaith charity in Northeast. I wasn't given any grants by the city council. They made things very difficult for me. The legal aid I didn't get. I had the solicitors who were fighting for me for free. And you know, whenever we went for the legal aid, they were saying, no, the chances of winning the case are very remote. But see, I didn't give the hope. I'm a struggler, and I achieved what I went for. And secondly, see, the Hindus, I don't know, many Hindus were under the impression what I was doing was unlawful and illegal. Mm-hmm. Because that's what the government said, and that's what the city council said. But since the ruling yesterday, I've been getting a lot of support. And secondly, the Secretary of State, Jack Straw, made a silly comment that this is abhorrent, this could be very smelly and very dirty for the host community.
Right.
See, and that united the Hindus up. Because see, what they said was, what has been going on for thousands of years, how could it be abhorrent and dirty? Absolutely. See, all those Indian leaders or the celebrities who die, they always have an open funeral pyre.
Absolutely.
And the Queen is represented there.
Well,
so how could that be abhorrent?
Well, Mr. Davender Ghai, let me say you are an unusual guest I have on the News Hour tonight. I'm so glad I have you on the show. I want to just say once again, my guest on the News Hour tonight, who deserves to be congratulated, is the 71-year-old Davender Ghai, who in a landmark judgment that he has fought on his own in Britain's Court of Appeal has won the right to be cremated after his death in an open-air funeral pyre as per Hindu religion. Mr. Davender Ghai, once again, congratulations and keep up the fighting spirit. Congratulations and thank you for joining me on the News Hour this evening.
A British Court of Appeal has ruled that Hindus here can perform last rites in open-air funeral pyres. This is a personal victory for 71-year-old Davender Ghai from Newcastle, who fought a 4-year-long legal battle so that he could be given a traditional Hindu send-off.
I'm 20 years younger. Not only that, now if I go tomorrow, I'll go peacefully. Because I know, see, these are all my team, they will give me a good send-off.
The law on cremation in the UK provides for cremations within a crematoria or a designated building. The British government's stand was that a building is understood to be a closed vault and roof structure, not conducive to funeral pyres. Davender Ghai's team argued otherwise.
The ruling was based on the simple definition of the term building under the 1902 Cremation Act. Mr. Ghai has contended that he is happy to conduct open pyre funerals in structures without a roof or even without walls, which could still be described as a building.
The Newcastle City Council, which has so far blocked Ghai's attempt to establish a site for open pyres, says that the ruling does not take into account planning and public health legislation. Ghai may have won his religious freedom in court, but he'll still have to face health and environmental roadblocks. With Akansha Banerjee in London, in New Delhi, Akansha Pradeep.
71-year-old Davender Ghai, who describes himself as a devout Hindu spiritual healer, says he can now die a peaceful death, knowing that his send-off will be according to his religious beliefs. He has been fighting for the right to be cremated on an open-air funeral pyre. The Court of Appeal today allowed cremations on funeral pyres in Britain with the caveat that they be held in a structure with walls and a roof with an opening and not an open field.
The mother wanted me to give him an open funeral pyre as it's done in India for the release of his soul. I went to the city council and they refused. They said, no, it's unlawful. Okay, now judge says it's not unlawful because, see, in the crematorium, it's a building. Building can consist of so many things. A building has a restaurant, a building has a this, and the city council could have accommodated me there. Now, see, they give the land to the Muslims in the crematorium. They give the land to the Jewish people in the crematorium. That's what I asked for.
Ghai was refused a permit for a cremation site in a remote part of Northumberland in northern England in 2006. The Newcastle City Council had said the burning of human remains anywhere outside a crematorium was prohibited under the 1902 Cremation Act. With Swati Maheshwari in the UK, Ambika Verma, NDTV.
ਖਬਰਾਂ ਵਿਸਤਾਰ ਨਾਲ। ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਸਦੇ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਹੁਣ ਖੁੱਲੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਅੰਤਿਮ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਣਗੇ। ਇਸ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਦੀ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਮੂਲ ਦੇ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਘਈ ਨੇ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਰਟ ਆਫ ਅਪੀਲ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜਿੱਤ ਲਈ ਹੈ।
ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਵਸਦੇ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੇ 'ਚ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ 1902 ਦੇ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਐਕਟ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਗੈਰ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਤਰਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਦੂਸ਼ਣ ਫੈਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇਣ ਯੋਗ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਿੰਦੂਆਂ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਅਗਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਮੂਲ ਦੇ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਵਾਸੀ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਘਈ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਅਧਿਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਅਧਿਕਾਰ ਮੰਨਦਿਆਂ ਸੰਘਰਸ਼ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਤੇ 2009 ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਰਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਘਈ ਨੇ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖੀ। ਹੇਠਲੀ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਰਨ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਘਈ ਨੇ ਅਖੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਅਪੀਲ ਕੋਰਟ 'ਚ ਕੇਸ ਲੜਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਜਿੱਤ ਹਾਸਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਘਈ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਤਰਕ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਧਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਅਗਨੀ ਭੇਂਟ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਰਕ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਧਰਮ 'ਚ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਰਿਵਾਜ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਇਸੇ ਵਿਧੀ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਮਿਲੀ ਇਸ ਜਿੱਤ ਤੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਖਰ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।
ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਸਰਵੋਤਮ ਵਿਧੀ ਦਾਹ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਬਸਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਕੁਮਾਰ ਜੀ ਘਈ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਕੇਸ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਲੰਡਨ ਚੋਂ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਕੇਸ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਸਮਾਜ ਹੈ, ਬਾਕੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਮਾਜ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਦਾਹ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਿਧੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ।
ਅਗਰ ਇਹ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਸੰਸਕ੍ਰਿਤੀ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਯੂਕੇ ਵਰਗੀ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਕੇਸ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਜਾ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਾਸਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਾਰੀਫ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਐਸੀ ਸੰਸਕ੍ਰਿਤੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦੀ ਰਵੇ, ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੱਕ ਕਾਮਨਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ।
ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਘਈ ਨੂੰ ਭਾਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੁਲਾ ਕੇ ਸਨਮਾਨਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਨਿਊ ਡੈਸਕ ਤੋਂ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਮਿਸ਼ਰਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਜੇਸ਼ ਇੰਦਰਪਾਲ, PTC ਨਿਊਜ਼, ਲੁਧਿਆਣਾ।